Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for the 21st episode of the Skylanders Chapter Team Soul Seeker series here on the channel. I'm just absolutely plowing through this series. I'm recording like crazy. I've had like an 8-hour session, it must be, by now. Not really, that was an exaggeration. But still, even if it was 8 hours, it hasn't felt it in the slightest because I've had such a blast with this so far. Boom, we strike them down, fantastic. And then we're going to get this guy out of here slowly but surely we are anyway. And then I believe Tech is going to pop up. We're going to need a Trap Master, so, you know, the only Trap Master we currently have is Jawbreaker. I have confidence that he can beat Dr. Crankcase single-handedly. Well, should I say double-handedly because of the two fists he possesses. But still, I have faith, and no doubt that faith will slowly but surely pay off. We don't unlock Gear Shift, his fellow Tech Trap Master, until the 13th chapter, unfortunately. Not the 12th chapter, I wish it was the 12th chapter. Instead, all the 12th chapter gives us is Thunderbolts and Rocky Roll's souls to be seeked out. Which means we will have seeked out, come the next chapter, every single air soul at least. That would be pretty cool. Having access to every single air Skylander. After water is about that time we completed the collection of another element. Once again, we managed to get every single Skylander seeked out before even getting to the second magic soul having been seeked out. Anyway, this right here is why we need a Jawbreaker, because without a Trap Master we would be unable to seek out the soul of Headrush. Now we have both Trap Masters of the Earth element at our disposal, as well as this preview to be enjoying, of course. Yeah, Headrush is definitely a character who sleeps on. She very much underrated, you can go as far to say. She's a bit of a powerhouse of the unit. Sure, she has the flaws, but all Trap Masters have those, unless your name is Crept King, otherwise you're flawless. Boom! Yeah, take down some fools. Hey, stop hitting me, it's very rude, old chap. Wow, we're taking a lot of damage right now, that's not very glorious now, is it? We want to go into Dr. Crankcase with as much health as possible, not going into it, being only able to take one hit. It's a shame that we have such a melee-orientated character tackling such a melee-heavy boss. If you get up close and personal with Dr. Crankcase, it doesn't normally end up well. Luckily, this is what we have increased speed and maneuverability for, so this is why I have faith in my boy Jawbreaker over here. Crane loading and dropping. Well, let's get into all that loading and dropping for Crane without further ado. What we're going to do here is we're going to complete chapter 12 after this is said and done, and then we're going to conclude this session. That sounds fair to me. We're even going to put Dr. Crankcase into a trap in anticipation for the 12th chapter, so then we don't need to worry about making cut space around for Villain Vault either. Oh, it was very good, wasn't it? Very, very good indeed. Whilst we're here, let's just quickly check our objectives. We have all except for the one hat from the Magic Zone that was unfortunately unable to access. So upon coming back for this level, when we come back from Solo Shot, we'll do it with a Magic Trap Master, most likely Blastermind, because I have more faith in Blastermind defeating Dr. Crankcase than I do Enigma. So we'll come through, Solo Shot it with Blastermind, and then we'll complete the Magic Elemental Gate. And I'm pretty certain we can complete that Magic Elemental Gate as part of the speedrun still, because it's not exactly a tough nor a long one. Anyway, let's be grabbing all of this sweet glorious treasure on the path to Dr. Crankcase. Yeah, the old 1-2 alright is going to come in clutch, especially against the might of these guys right now. Stunnage and 300 damage and really fast charge up speeds. That is what makes this character absolutely fucking busted. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get out of the way of that guy in time, but clearly this is still working out just fine. Ouch! Ouch! So much about getting through this unscathed. Looks like when we come back to do the Solo Shot speedrun of this, we're going to have to clear that middle objectives for no lives lost. Man, that was brutal! Jawbreaker's huge hitbox certainly didn't help anything right there. So we're going to be tackling Dr. Crankcase, definitely with a Trap Master because we want the damage buff, and that Trap Master is going to be Snapshot because Snapshot is pretty much my go-to Trap Master for any situation. That is, given that I still haven't seeked out the soul of gear shift yet. Okay, we've got to get out of here before those guys deal damage to me. That would be very unsatisfactory. I'm so sorry, Jawbreaker fans. I wish the character got better. He deserved a much better death. I'm very sad right now. Very sad and all depressed like. Okay, boom. And boom. Obviously now the game gives me food, but it's a bit late for that. Ouch. I really should not have took that damage. That was needless damage right there. Okay, now we watch out so we don't take needless damage again. Fantastically executed plan. Let's grab that food and destroy Dr. Crankcase without further ado. I need revenge for how Jawbreaker just got brutally massacred. Never have I ever died that quickly in this level. Like before I even made it to Dr. Crankcase. Like dying to Dr. Crankcase is one thing, but dying before Dr. Crankcase is a complete another thing altogether. Only I am capable of accomplishing such terrible feats of raw awfulness. Well, yeah, what other Skylanders do you know of? I am the one and only Skylander. Well, not one and only, obviously there's an entire army of us. Anyway, let's take down Crankcase. Yeah, bring out the boom of my snapshot. Really? You're laughing at me right now? Really? That's uncool, man. So uncool. Luckily, this is what I have my charge shot for. My really dumb, stupid, overpowered charge shot. I love it. I'm sure villains don't, but I love it at least, and that's what counts. Anyway, we now have more in the So Deep Stew that we cannot skip over. Great! Luckily, the more he fills up the batch with goo, the more evil barrels he creates, and the more of those I can destroy for the sake of food. And I could do with some food. Okay, so it would appear the most major thing coming to Disney Plus this month is Bob's Burgers movie, which was a movie that I actually really enjoyed in cinemas, so I can't wait to rewatch it on Disney Plus. I should also wait and let these barrels actually drop right now, so I can get the healing that I alluded to earlier. I did mention in the previous episode that I got an email from Disney Plus. Finally did I have the chance to actually read said email to discover what's coming soon to Disney Plus. And like I say, the major things, at least for me, is Bob's Burgers movie. I saw it in cinemas, I loved it, inspired me to watch the series. I've been watching the series ever since, and I love it. By the time the movie drops on Disney Plus, I probably will have gone up to date with the series too, so it makes sense for my rewatch to watch the Bob's Burgers movie after having watched the series in its entirety. That's up to date anyway. They are making more seasons, fortunately. The 13th season of which is set to premiere on the 25th of September, which is huge. It's like The Simpsons, it's a huge on-running animated series. Like I say, currently on its 13th season. But it is so much better than Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, all of them combined. Bob's Burgers is just a film that features a chaotic yet loving family dynamic, which really isn't seen in other TV shows. You know, it doesn't need to be gross out humour, political humour. You know, its humour works on its own, like, more tamer style. You know, it doesn't need to do anything stupid to get by, you know. It works very well for what it is in the words. And very much deserved its Emmys, I could go as far to say. It worked hard for those Emmys. There's so much passion and dedication that the staff writers put into crafting well-made episodes. Like, every single episode is well-made. They don't slack on any single episode. No doubt if they make an episode that they're not pleased with, they scrap it. Because, you know, it seems like they're the kind of people who really do push out quality on their programming. The Bob Burgers people, that is. Or Bob's Burgers people, I forgot the S. It's hard to speak correctly when you're speaking this quickly, which I could even make a little bit of a rhyme out of. Yes! Okay, this guy has got to go. Yes, lots of ouch. Okay, let's get out of the way. Boom, baby, he's out of here. Yeah, I'm sure that editing I just did submersed your expectations in a good way, unlike a certain Star Wars movie known as The Last Jedi that submersed your expectations for the sake of subversing expectations. That's great, Dr. Cohen Case. How are you down there anyway? The last time we saw you, you were up on the stage, so you miraculously teleporting around, you know, creates terrible incontinuity and all that. You can't be doing that, man. Wow, he has quite the jump. He's like Superboy all over again. Superboy, he can jump, he can't fly unlike Superman, which is why he's Superboy and not Superman. Young Justice was a great show, so that's a good shout. Anyway, we have the Saw Blade Spinnies of Doom. We're just going to let these barrels drop, see what goodies they leave behind if they're going to turn evil. Like, for example, this here orange slice, which actually goes to waste because we're maxed out. For some reason I thought Snapshot had 933 health, but I was wrong. Ow! That was much pain. So much pain. A lot of pain, all wrapped into one. Good for you, Dr. Crankcase. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. By some miracle I didn't get hit there. We'll take it. Okay, we're going to watch out for those. Nicely done, obviously. Boom! And he's out of here as he gets shredded to pieces in slow-mo. Such glory. Anyway, where you at? Yeah, stinking Dr. Crankcase. Drop then, you bastard. He's taking his time to drop. Yeah, we're going to trick him into going straight into the blaze right there. Yeah, get bladed, sonny boy. Oh boy, I thought I got hit then. Luckily for me thinking that I got hit and me actually getting hit are two completely different things. Okay, he's going Geronimo again just to make a change because he never goes Geronimo, like ever. It's like me, how I'm never sarcastic. Well, Dr. Crankcase never goes Geronimo. In the same vein, this guy just really is not dying right now, is he? Yeah, right into the blade, son of a... He's taking a sweet merry little time. As I've said already, and yeah, I am saying it again regardless. Boom! Boom! Get snapped! Oh yeah, that was Sniper of the Century. And now without further ado, let's place Dr. Crankcase, well, at least a trap for him, into the portal, having prepared for Time Town. This is pretty much the only level where you're going to see me trap all of the villains from the level, in the same level. Yeah, say we round up not only defeating Crankcase and Scrapshot this level, but we even trapped them both too. That's one step above and beyond, if you go as far to say. Anyway, we're waiting for this monologue to deplete itself. We want to take away all this joy of Dr. Crankcase as we wait for it, and then we select for it. Oh, hell do we get here? We have Dr. Crankcase all sorted, and a massive bounty we just claimed, which I'm pretty sure went to waste because Snapshot is maxed out. I think so anyway, I believe he is. So, we didn't get no lives lost. We missed an area, which was the magic zone, which is also where that hat can be found. So again, we'll worry about completing all of these objectives when we come back with a solo shot speedrun. But now we have more loading screens, as well as unnecessary deep stews to be skipping over. Okay then, now that we're back at the academy, let's continue to do this thing, only that we first need to obviously wait for this to spawn in, but that actually gives us an exclusive area to which we need to access in order to gain a couple of trinkets for 100% completion. So before we speak with Flynn, and obviously head out for Time Town with both Snapshot and Crankcase in hand, first things first, let's explore over here and, you know, see what this doorway has to offer. It's one hell of an interesting looking doorway there, you can say. But yeah, there's basic platforming in here, shouldn't be too bad for us. The only problem here is that if we fall, we cannot attempt it again until after we've, you know, reloaded up the academy a second time. Anyway, let's be bouncing on over. Fantastic. And then we're going to be bouncing some more. Going up, a Snapshot just said. Boom! Now we can head on down. Do that apparently, but we don't want to hit the teleporter yet, because as you can tell, we haven't collected any trinkets. And that's the main reason for coming here in the first place, that and all the treasure, obviously. So it looks like our most effective way of getting this trinket is popping down here. Now we can open it all up by mashing that square button right there. We mashed that square button back and forth, we mashed that square button back and forth, and now we got ourselves one hell of an awesome trinket. We're talking about the Iris, which absolutely I'm freaking wearing. Extra critical hit and speed, yes, and thank you. Oh. That was a very, that is very bizarre collision right there. Never seen that kind of slow-mo done before. And now it just suddenly and inexplicably stopped for no apparent reason whatsoever. That's Trap Team for you folks. So we're back out here at the courtyard. Then let's finally be speaking with Flynn. I'm very disappointed that that door back there, that Snapshot, is not sniping very well. The point is that door doesn't do anything. Biggest disappointment in gaming history. So to end terrible game, I hate it. But all jokes aside, we're going to be skipping over unnecessary deep stream without further ado, so we can head out for Time Town. Bringing out some Time Town, yeah. And the singing and screeching was very much utmost necessary, as was the skipping over of the unnecessary deep stew. Anyway, this titanium has officially looked at me funny, so it's about time, I could even go as far to say, that I destroyed it. And in the process of having destroyed it, not only did we gain access to a disembodied, almost said prison break leg then, a disembodied crankcase leg, like, maneuvering device thingamabob. I don't know what it is. All I know is that they disembodied Dr. Crankcase's legs for it, which even makes less sense given that I have the villain currently in my trap. So where did they get those legs from if not from Dr. Crankcase? I don't know where it was Spyro's now, but it's just as bad. And yeah, Rocky Roll, we just seeked out the soul for. I think it's about damn time. We officially have 3, well, not even 3, we have all of the Earth characters unlocked, and in this level we also seek out our very last Air Soul as well. So in the same level, we have finally officially acquired every soul, or we've seeked out every soul of both the Earth and Air elements. Anyway, let's pop on down for the elements that we haven't yet completed. The Undead, we're going to be kicking things off here with some more bat spin for the win.
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah, no rest for the wicked, alright. Let's say, for the Undead, it's going to be one of the last ones we complete, because Shortcut is going to be our second to last soul that we seek in the 17th chapter. Once again, like most games, they love leaving the very best souls to be seeked out till the very end of the game. Kaboom, that's an exception, but for Shortcut on the other hand, the second to last level, yeah, that's abundantly clear. Oh man, I just was short of the treasure. That's the ultimate depression. Anyway, we don't actually need all of the treasure in here. The only reason we need to come in here is to get the all areas found. So now that naturally we have such a thing, we're gonna skedaddle out of here. It's not exactly like Batspin needs for treasure now, but as you can tell, she's pretty maxed out right now. But we're gonna destroy stuff anyway. Mainly to send a lesson to all the other stuff, so that then it doesn't look at me funny like that stuff just did, because boy did it give me a funny look and I did not appreciate that. What do you know, the grand approach? I'm just not feeling all too grand if I'm being perfectly honest here. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy here with Hans! Wow, that is one hell of a mustache. I almost said beard then, but it's sprouting from his nose, which makes it a stash, and it's one hell of a glorious stash. Not quite as glorious as mine, of course, but a glorious stash, I was saying. And without further ado, let's begin. And by begin, I mean let's beat this guy, because, you know, we don't lose Sky Stones, like, ever. And this doesn't, and this hopefully won't change any of that. Man, pronunciation is hard today. I scream, you scream, we all scream. The Shield Shredder, baby. I almost said Shield Striker because that's the vehicle from Superchargers. Anyway, we can sheepify it. Boom! Get sheepified, so the boy, and you're down to 7. Just did a jiffy and spit. Oh dear, that's not very good. Luckily, this is what we have Dreamcatcher for. She only has 1 health, so it's not exactly like sacrificing her to kill off a smoke screen is much of a problem for us, because with that fell swoop, we managed to defeat Hans single-handedly. Again, Bit of a waste of time, given that all the treasure we'd have looted from him went to waste as Batspin is maxed out. But you know what? Never mind. We got the fun out of it, and we got to speak with a fella that has the most legendary stash in Skylanders history. And yet still, the most legendary stash in Skylanders history pales in comparison to my own stash. That has a lot to say about both Skylanders stashes as well as my own stash. And that's one thing I love, being able to say one thing and mean a completely different thing to do two different, complete different situations. And this situation we're in involves a scroll that we shall not read, even though it is probably the funniest scroll in the game, because it's the one where Flynn talks about dividing any two numbers and never being left without a remainder. That is mathematically impossible. Plus he uses remainder like he's doing some primary school math. Yeah, I'm sorry everyone under the age of 11 who's, you know, still at primary school and they have joys and the safety of remainders, but after secondary school or middle school, that is when you no longer use remainders in division. In division you use decimal points. So 12 divided by 5 is no longer 2 remainder 7, it's 2.4. Anyway, air has popped up, so I think it's about time that we switched out for a little bit of King Kong. After all, we seeked out a soul in the previous episode. I think it's about time we used the very soul we seeked out. It's not exactly like we have Chiptanium coming up for this section, so we should be fine with the Fling King over here. I know that's not his name, it's just a much cooler name, so why did it name him that in the first place? It's beyond me. I understand that Kong, you know, King Kong, but also King Kong has King in it, so either way you spin it, King works this character. No need for the Kong. Plus he's so forgettable, I just remember him as Fling King. Anyway, we have yet another villain quest down here, and conveniently enough it's for the very same villain currently in our trap position. So let's skip over the unnecessary deep stew, switch out Dr. Crankcase, and get this villain quest sorted. We are going to be keeping Crankcase in the portal for now, because there are several other dioramas around here which can only be destroyed by the might of Dr. Crankcase's goop gun. The diorama drama. Oh wow, that's a really nice iteration. Really rolls off the tongue on that one. Yeah, you can consider that all destroyed like, and now it's time to check out the goodies from inside for Wayward Cog Storage. That was meant to be the tag button. Why the heck I thought the R1 button was the tag button, I do not know. So let's be mashing, and we got ourselves a bit of a helmet thingamabob. A Bobby! How you doing there, Bobby? Oh, that's so much fun to say, I can't help but wear it. It's a Bobby! Oh, man. The most funnest thing I've ever said in the history of fun things I've said, and that's a long and rich history, so that's really saying something. Anyway, let's be skirting on over. Yeah, we have quote-unquote puzzles over here, as well as more unnecessary deep stew for me to be skipping over. My favourite kind of deep stew, the ones that are unnecessary and warrant me utilising the best button of the video game. The skip button. Yeah, it's a bit Oh wow, really? They're gonna throw enemies at me? That is so lame. Yeah, they should be ashamed of throwing enemies at me like that. What do they think they're doing exactly, throwing enemies at me? Me? Very, very foolish. Boom! Hey, you hit me! That was rude, and that thing that I launched up didn't even hit anyone. Okay, that's got to go. Fantastic. Yeah, take them all out, baby, and boom! Frisbee combos for the win. Boom! Wow, I'm not even getting a powerhouse of the unit. Unfortunately for Buzz Beagle's armor, so we didn't quite deal with immediate damage. But you know what? In the end, it worked out. What's also going to work out is that we're going to finally seek out the soul of that very last air character. It's going to belong to Thunderbolts, aka the basic and simplified first draft of Wildstorm design. Let's be honest, that's what this was. This was like, this is just the first draft. We'll use this and then make the design better for a later game, which is what he did. But I'm okay with that because Thunderbolt is still an excellent trackmaster, even if his design leaves a little to be desired, in my personal opinion. Yeah, the gameplay more makes up for it. As you can tell from this preview, he's a bit of a powerhouse, and I cannot wait to be playing him in the air section that we're going to be concluding this level with. Yeah, I need an air trackmaster for that air zone. After all, I need an element that corresponds to the current element that corresponds to the current element of the area. And in that air zone there's also Traptanian clusters, so hence why there's a need for an air trap master. Well, once again, Thunderbolt ticks both of those pieces of criteria. Anyway, let's pop on the side, tag back to Fling Kong over here now that we're backstage. Yeah, we gotta make sure we destroy all of the dioramas in order to gain access to all areas found. Yeah, Trap Team Incarnate is basically collecting absolutely everything the level has to offer, but still missing out on some of the areas. We've seen that time and time again, or sometimes I missed a single collectible, which, you know, is supposed to be found in 2 areas that are yet to have been found. Well, which area is it then? That being said, it's time for some Villain Stash opening. Oh yeah. And just like that, the Villain Stash was no more. No more. And Fling Kong seems to be loving it. Anyway, back out we pop and up we get back at Mainspring Fly. Excellent. There's even a villain quest here that we have absolutely no power in completion. Oh, but not with Florg, which has the exact same enemy model as Hans from earlier. As far as I'm concerned, they are the same character and they just have that awesome teleporting skill that the NPCs never tell us about. But say the actual villain quest is for Crosscrow, who we haven't defeated yet, so we can't actually tackle that villain quest. And by the time we do capture him in this level, it's too late to backtrack. So I'll have to get that on the second time around for Crosscrow's villain quest, mind you, as appointed by Tessa. Now let's grab that winged Sapphire. It has been found, thanks to the might and the glory of yours truly. We found a charm, a winged Sapphire charm. It's good to see. The treasure too is also good to see. It's a shame it's going to waste though, given that Fling Kong's already maxed out and everything. Yeah, we beat it! Anyway, what we're going to do now is we are going to swap out for a little bit of food fight. It's been too long since I've seen this guy. Once again, there are no Traptanian clusters to worry about until the very end of the level, so food fight is a pretty safe bet for now. Yeah, give me the good, glorious gold. Especially since, as you can tell, food fight, unlike my other lifestyle that seeks out the souls for, is not yet maxed out on treasure. So this time the treasure is not going to be going to waste. He is fully upgraded though, so there's no need to worry about Persephone, which once again is a purposeful mispronunciation for the sake of triggering, as well as nostalgia, because when Spice Adventure first came out, that's what all of the YouTubers at the time seemed to horrendously pronounce her name as for some reason. Wow, those both missed at point blank range. That's just embarrassing. I am ashamed of myself. Oh dear, I'm taking more damage than I would like to. Actually, let's grab those power shots before we spin this right round, baby, right round. And then what we got to do here is we got to sneak on through right there and take a couple less hits than last time. No, I don't have my powered up shots no more. That's just sad. Let the Buzzer Beak run straight into that. Knock you back again, so then you can't hit me. Nicely done, me. Boom. Finish off the Buzzer Beak. Knock you guys back. Boom. Shake the room some more. Yeah, nice try, Sucker. Well, I would say nice try, except for the fact that, you know, it kind of wasn't. Boom. Power shot. Yeah, man, that's a power shot if I ever have seen it. Oh, and here come these fools thinking they can take me on. They can't. Spoiler alert. Okay, cool. He's dead. Now we run out of the way of the projectiles, or we get hit by one of the projectiles is also an alternative. Boom. And finish this guy off, or at least attempt to. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. That guy's sorted. We have one more power shot. 2 more, actually. And that's going to finish off this last guy. Told you so. And here we wasted 1 power shot, but we planted another tomato for yet another power shot, which we're going to lose when we go outside the area anyway. So much treasure, glorious treasure. Yeah, we love the treasure, alright. Man, this level is short. We're about done with it already. This is halfway through, pretty much. Yeah, this is easily the shortest level in the game, so 100%. Or at least one of them. You know, the first couple of chapters are also pretty short, but that's because they're the first couple. That's only natural in games to have shorter, you know, introduction levels, really ease you into the game and all that. Regardless of some more treasure back here, just for me. How exciting indeed. And then what we can do is we can spin this right round again. Pop up here. Run, 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 run! Yeah, we squeezed through, alright. Anyway, ooh, landing on top of that gave us some treasure, so that we don't mind if we do be grabbing. Thank you very much again, please, and thank you, all that gloriousness. And more power shots, not that we're even going to need them, because to end off this episode is going to be probably a short one, a more short one than for norm, but we're going to end it off with, well, as Eon has announced, an Earth Element Trap Master Gate standing in our way. So yeah, let's roll the outro without further ado. With that being said and done, this video is coming to an end, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. By merely clicking on this video, you've shown support and helped it garner recognition so it can reach many other viewers here on YouTube. I'd love to see you take the extra step and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Also be sure to comment below and push that subscribe button whilst you're down there. By clicking elsewhere on screen, you can either check out a video that's specifically picked out for you, or you can check out the rest of the playlist for a series you just watched. Before ending off, I'd like to thank all of my Blazing Knights and Scorching Dragons who support